So I'm down here under fin, and one job I've been needing to do for a long time is oxygen sensors. And until I had fin, I never really thought much about it, but I know that we need to change them. So I just come down here with some WD-40 and sprayed them to make sure that when I come down here with a wrench that I can just unscrew them. But yeah, these oxygen sensors are actually so easy to get to. I'm just climbed down under the RV and they're right. I mean, you can see the wheel and stuff here. There's like enough room. I could probably sit up in here when I go to work on these. There's actually enough room just to sit up and put my head up in between the frame rails and stuff. So yeah, it should be pretty easy to work on these. They're not hard to get to. Got the new ones. So yeah, I'm going to let this soak for an hour or two, then come down here and unscrew them and hopefully just screw new ones in. Easy peasy.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt.
Alright, we're going to find out how easy or not easy this is. That's pretty easy. Get out of the way for a second. Oh. Well, that went pretty smooth so far. Yep, there it is. Wow. Okay, can't argue with that. What are the odds I got the right new one? And how did this hook on here? Yeah, that's probably the only thing that maybe went wrong there. Alright, well, that's minor. Figure out some way to hook that guy back on. But, I mean, geez, you can't argue with how quick that went. Shoot, it's already done. Can't freaking believe it. Alright, well. The other one, I guess. Alright, so the other one, on the other exhaust. Let's see if that goes just as smooth or not. I mean, if this one goes as smooth as the other one, I don't know why you'd ever pay anyone to do this. I mean, assuming you're capable of getting down underneath the RV and have a wrench, but it doesn't take much else. That was a little tighter. That. At least it's not hard yet. So if anyone's wondering why I'm changing these, it's because the check engine light is on, and I had them read the codes on the check engine light and said, well, the oxygen sensors need replacing. I said, okay. And they didn't replace them for some reason when it was in the shop, because they didn't even ask me about replacing, which is kind of weird. And I didn't find out that that was the problem until I picked the RV up and there was no time to do it. So otherwise I would have just had them do it. But anyway, now I'm glad I didn't pay a bunch of money for someone to do this, because it's not hard. There. Good job. I'm going to double check the other side, see if I just missed. I think that clip broke on the other side, but we'll check that. But there you go. That is replacing oxygen sensors done in literally minutes. That's crazy good. So been working on trying to get everything on fin just as tidied and running smooth as I can get it. And one kind of nagging thing that I did recently and I filmed and you saw was the oxygen sensors. And so now it's you know, it's just August 1st, 2nd, whatever it is, the first part of August. And I'm thinking, since the engine light is still on for the action sensors, well, I need to get that code reset. So figure, perfect, I'll just schedule service on the RV, you know, toward the end of the month, since I'm selling it anyway. Hopefully it'll work out where a buyer wants to take delivery like the same time it's in service, and great opportunity to have it inspected by, you know, professionals, something like that. So well, this is a good idea. So anyway, so I figured, but it is summertime, I better call around. So I have called like 20 places within like 100 miles of here. And the soonest place I can find that'll get this baby in for service is September 13th. And I'm going to be out of the country before September 13th. So that's not going to work. So I've just been researching, is there any way to reset the engine computer on your motorhome, on your workhorse chassis? And actually there is some, there's chatter on different forums I've read and different suggestions. And I think the most realistic one is to disconnect power to the engine for over 5 minutes, and then that'll reset the computer. So actually that seems like a valid thing to do. So I'm going to disconnect the battery to the engine and just give it a little time, and then we're going to kind of go from there. The engine battery's still under the steps in here, which is sort of an inconvenient thing. And ideally I want to find a way to hold this up while I'm working down there. So I'll look for a stick or something, I think, that'll just hold that up. I'm sure there's something around here that'll work. So I wasn't actually thinking I was going to find an actual stick. I was thinking more of a board, but hey, it works just fine. So yeah, we'll just pop the battery terminal off and away we go. That's a lot of washers. Crazy. Okay, oh crap. We got the, I'm trying to think if that'll make any difference. We got the trickle charger from the house batteries on here. And there is a house battery connection, so would that maintain power to the engine computer? I better take both these off just to be safe. I don't even know that fact or not, but so it's been a good 10 or 20 minutes. So I'm redoing what I undid here. I'm glad this case is not metal. They're real hard to do this without shorting things out. But it's a fiberglass box this is in, so that's nice. Okay. Took one washer out. Over there just seemed like it didn't need so many washers. I could have taken one out here too, but. All right, power. Now I've also, come on, get out of there. I've also read that and kind of thought that if you reset the ignition enough times, and the codes will eventually clear. And I think I've run the ignition about 3 times since I put the action sensors in, and so I don't. We're gonna find out between these two things if that clears up or not. All right, I'm kind of curious to see if anything changes having the power disconnected for a while. Not expecting anything, but all right, well, the engine light is still on, so that didn't immediately change anything. There's also the turn the ignition to the on position, hold down the trip and mode selector at the same time. I think then start it. I think that is another idea that some people had. So, but also we need to cycle 5 times. So who knows what's going to actually do it. But let's try all the things. On. Both of these pressed. All right, so if you guys were into anything automotive in the 2000 era of cars, one thing that just has become like almost a joke since then are check engine lights. And this is, I think it really became a thing in the 2000s where like cars just like almost everyone who had a slightly older 2000 era car, check engine light would be on, and usually people just keep driving them and not worry about it. It was like it almost became a joke, and so many times the check engine lights ended up just, you know, people would end up taking in for service, and they'd struggle to figure out what's going on. They'd read the computers, they'd never figure it out, and so many times it was a gas cap. That was the emissions control thing. And and you know what? The gas cap on the RV here has been shot, and I changed the oxygen sensors, and the stupid check engine light's still on. And I'm like, duh. And it's actually so common now that it actually says right on the cap that if it doesn't click 3 times, the check engine light will come on. Well, this thing doesn't click anymore or do anything. The old cap is ruined. So hopefully I ordered the right one. So we're going to find out, and I'll put the little thing on it, assuming it works. Haha. So what are the odds that after all the fiddling around with the check engine light, it's literally been on for something like 12,000 miles or something. The light's been on for like 12,000 miles, literally for like 2 years, because the thing runs fine. But what are the odds that that'll fix it? So we're going to try it, and I'll hook this little thing in here probably, assuming it, well, I mean, either way, because the cap, this one's ruined anyway. So just a funny thing. Okay, and I guess while I'm at it today, filming all these things, how about a life update too? I've been kind of keeping everyone informed on that for a while. Yeah, today is exactly 1 month before I leave the country. And to recap, I'm flying into Cebu, Philippines. And when I first bought the ticket, I didn't really know exactly what my plans were going to be, and I even bought a round trip ticket just because I didn't know, but I bought it for a 30-day trip. And since then, and actually quite a while ago, I had in my mind actually that I wasn't going to come back in the 30 days, but I liked just having the insurance of that. Plus, when you come into the country, when you want a tourist visa, they want to know what your plans are and when you're leaving, and 30 days is your normal tourist visa. So now you can extend in all these countries in Asia, but usually it's 30 days. They want your travel plans for the next 30 days. So just it gave me extra insurance in case I want to come back in 30 days, and it makes the visa thing real easy. So, but I had it in my mind to stay in Asia longer and see some other countries in Asia, as long as I've paid for a ticket to get over there. And I'm at a point in my life where I've got the time and I've got the funds. So I'm like, geez, it's perfect time to travel. So yeah, I had it in my mind to see more of Asia and stay longer. Almost probably within weeks after buying the ticket, I started thinking about my options, and that all kind of came to me. So yeah, that's part of it. But then once I knew I was going to Asia, I expanded my dating pool to Asia. And of course, that's where I met Beverly. And I've now been talking to Beverly for, geez, it'll be getting on 3 months pretty soon, since I first, made contact with her. And gosh, we get along so fantastic. We chat every day, and we video chat, and we will do movie dates and watch movies together and do all kind. I mean, it's amazing with technology how you can get to know someone so well. And so yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get there and meet her, and her plans align with my plans. We plan to travel together. And in fact, I haven't spoke to this yet, but we are, and this may be common knowledge by the time this video gets published, but yeah, we are doing a new YouTube channel together, and she's got a pretty good online following as I do with my YouTube channel, and so we're going to combine forces and do all new things together, and with a new focus, and that all that information will be coming along and coming out. So yeah, I'm excited about doing that. We've been starting to put that together and plan for that, and so this channel will keep going through its natural course. There's so much footage just from this summer. It's going to take months to finish publishing everything that's happened just this summer. that's months of video. So this channel will keep going, but it'll transition then into the new channel. And hopefully all my people following me on here will just keep following, because even though it's a new channel, there'll be lots of links, and just kind of let everyone transition to the new channel, and that'll be done a little more professionally. It'll be more professionally produced. I've already upgraded my camera and sound quality, as you can tell, probably watching, and it'll be on all platforms and all formats. And we're really doing it right, and with pretty good focus on content also. And as a preview, I don't know if, like I said, if this video is going to be the preview or not, but maybe it is. As a preview, this new channel is going to uh, focus fairly specifically on, I guess you'd say, retiring early, but basically living an amazing life on a budget, which is something I have been working on and learning about, developing and practicing for a long time now. I've pretty well become an expert on all things retiring early and living amazing on a budget. So that helps a lot. And so, yeah, this channel is going to really focus in on that. And there's lots of different ways to do that. And of course, traveling to Asia is one of those. Living in Asia is a way to live very amazing on a budget. And so my time there and the first season of this new channel will be definitely focused on living cheap in Asia. But ultimately, we can travel anywhere in the world and try all different other ways to live amazing on a budget, and thus allowing a retiree to retire much earlier. If you can live much cheaper, then you don't have to save as much for retirement. So yeah, it could be for someone who just wants to travel on a budget and have amazing vacations, but it could also be, and it could be for someone young who wants to just live cheap and maybe can work remotely, or doesn't want to have a career that pays as much. If you can live cheap, you can have different career options too. So I mean, it's a channel that could apply to all types of people, but yeah, I think it'll focus in on the retire early crowd, or just the retirement crowd, and then ways to do that and have an amazing experience, an amazing life, and do it at a fraction of the money it would take to do in the U.S. living a conventional way. So that's the new direction of that. I'm excited about it.